Come on, come on. It's time to start. Oh, God. Why does my sister have to just be so freaking loud? Alright, let's fix this. On my end. I can't sign in on this. What is this? Whatever. Okay. Let's check on Ba-bum. Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. Let's just wait for the stream to start so that I can listen to myself. What do you want? Yeah. Alright, shut up, dude. Come on. Show my stream. Why does it say upcoming? I'm supposed to be live already. Come on. Come on. Just be live already. Oh, this is entirely annoying. It says waiting, but I'm trying to be live already. There we go. There we go. Okay. Goodness gracious. All right. Hello one, hello all. We have a wonderful short stream. Quite short. Probably. Ahead. And, yeah. I mean, let's just get started, shall we? Could. All right. So, January. Not much going on in movie theaters because it's January. And then February, there's also nothing going on in movies. And then also until March. We have to wait until March for a tent pole. If I recall correctly, I forgot which. Let's see. Movie releases in March. Think. Yeah, Hail Mary is the tent pole. While things coming out now are. I mean, there's Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. And that is coming out, I think, soon, right? Pretty soon. Yeah. It looks pretty good. I thought it looked really interesting. Especially just like the concept. This guy. But anyway, we're not here to talk about this one yet. But I guess we can have that in the docket now. We have Iron Lung. Oh boy. I should have also probably gotten the numbers for. Let's just have that ready. So, Iron Lung. What an interesting little movie we have here. Markiplier. Good old YouTuber Markiplier. Taking his hand at Hollywood. Doing his dang best to be a creative. Guy just seems like a simple chill dude. I haven't watched him Haven't watched it much, but he seems like a cool guy. Pretty cool. And he wanted to make this film, Iron Lung, which is based off of a video game, I think of the same name. Iron Lung video game. There it is. Yeah. A short game. I think honestly less than just an hour and some change to play through the whole thing. And it's very interesting. I haven't watched the movie yet, but just the concept itself of a guy being in a submarine trying to find resources or something like that, and he potentially is hallucinating, and you start learning bits and pieces of his past and the past of the world and worlds or whatever. But this movie has a budget of around $3 million, I think, all together, because most of the marketing has come from Markiplier himself, just telling people, hey man, I got a movie coming up, I think you guys should watch it. Okay, obviously it's not crazy to want to market your movie, but yeah, it's just, it's just funny that he's marketed it, my goodness, himself. But yeah, look at that. 21 million domestic already by itself. I find it funny how the international is just already enough for covering his budget. And then now to basically go up way above profit with, that's a wonderful success story. It's almost like these numbers are almost like the first Saw movie. Yeah, let's look that one up. Nearly like the first Saw movie, which is pretty neat. Come on. There we go. Yeah, low budget, extreme profit, which is pretty cool. But yeah, what a great success story for indie filmmakers who have the creative talent, the creative juices in their head, and passion for it. That's really great. I really hope it pushes people to continue taking that step forward in their creative process, or just to go through with their ideas that they have in their head and really try to push for whatever it is that they have and going on in their head. That's really cool. Sure, this thing might be in the low bracket, but who the heck cares? It doesn't need to be hundreds of millions, as long as it's just already above profit, and that's already incredible. There are good comparisons, especially ones that are coming out that are still out right now, to get into. We have here Send Help, which is a Sam Raimi movie. Don't know anything about it. Ooh, it's also lowballed, but let's look at, because I think it came out the same weekend. Yeah, it came out the same weekend. And what's so cool is that the previews for Iron Lung were way more. Were significantly more. And it was pushing, Iron Lung was pushing above this movie just for a bit. It was super close. And I think, actually, if I heard correctly, the box office decided to take Iron Lung off because they were seeing that his movie was getting more money, which is a very big tell. Hollywood and Hollywood like-minded people do not like to see movies that are not from Hollywood doing well. Clearly. They have a huge ego, and that's it's just funny when their egos get hurt. I love it when people's egos get hurt. Um, yeah, it's just hilarious to me. It is. This is great. I mean, just the fact that he was in the running compared to this movie, man, just like what a story to tell. And this could be the start of his, his career in filmmaking if he wants to pursue it. Guy has enough passion, enough people following him to really make something big. Refine his scripts, refine details, and make new ideas. Because I mean, the indie, if we're gonna just go off of video games, the indie landscape is ripe for movies, for adaptations that are so creative. And the fact that he, was going pretty close to the source material is very telling, because apparently this movie, Return to Silent Hill, definitely was not. And yeah, you might think, okay, 20 million for a horror movie. You think, okay, a horror movie shouldn't have that much budget, right? It shouldn't go beyond anything crazy like that. But the Return to Silent Hill has a $23 million budget. What are you doing using $23 million for a horror movie that you probably just don't care about? That's insane to me. That you would. I'm surprised even the international is this high. I would not see them liking a horror movie in general. Maybe it's because Silent Hill, they thought, oh, let's go and watch it, whatever. But it's just wild to me. $23 million. They're not gonna get their money back at all. I mean, obviously, this is just budget, not including marketing. Who knows how much marketing they put in there? That's so sad. This is a Hollywood production. This is a YouTuber who put all of the money himself. $3 million budget. $23 million budget. This is like Hollywood needs to learn. And if not, good. You know what? If they learn, good. If they don't, good. Because either way, if Hollywood crashes and burns, we'll have YouTubers. I think the YouTube landscape is just ripe for people who love creativity, who have. I mean, they can have the YouTube is right there for the platform is there to potentially make it big. Obviously, there's like billions of hours of videos being uploaded every day, so it might get lost. But there's a chance because YouTube is full of people with that creative power, that creative, drive to do something. I'm still trying to do something. I'm still trying to make a YouTube video it's almost been 2 years now. Oh my gosh. I should definitely, now that I thought about it, I should definitely work on that. But this is just incredible. The fact that he in the running to beat out Send Help, Sam Raimi himself. I think that from what I remember hearing, this is like a Disney production. I think so, something like that. Let me. I could look it up actually. Send Help. This is like in works with Disney, something like that. And, I mean, it also has. I mean, two of my favorite actors. I want to see Dylan O'Brien do more stuff, and then Rachel McAdams is Queen. I just saw her in uh Time About Time. There we go. Uh, Amazing movie. Anyway, yeah. This like what an upset. And in a January. Like in a January you shouldn't be getting something like this. But this is a January and this is incredible. What a whoo, nice. Just so super nice. Good job, Markiplier. We love this. We love creatives just doing what they love, being creative. And I can imagine when you play this game, he fell in love with the story and just wanted to write it. Uh, Great. No, it's great. We love that. Oh wait, hold on. We have just one more comparison to make, and that is actually Shelby Oaks. Now, if anyone recalls Shelby Oaks, nobody does because not a lot of people watched it. But if anybody does recall Shelby Oaks, it was made by Chris Stuckman, the gambling advert connoisseur, who had this idea cooking for about 10 years in his head. 10 years. And that's, okay, that's pretty impressive. If you have an idea that you eventually go for it. All right, good on you. Good on you for being able to go through with it. The movie sucked. Yeah, the movie sucked. Also, sure, the budget may have been, I think, around 2 million, something like that. But he had the help, good old Chris Stuckman, had the help of Mike Flanagan, which, Mike Flanagan is pretty well known. He's got some good movies under his belt. He's got some good stuff. Mike Flanagan, big name. So the fact that he had that help and still only made 6 million. Wow. That's pretty sad. Yeah, that's bad. Like, your movie, bad enough. Having the help of Mike Flanagan, who apparently did some script edits. I don't believe it because I don't know where it was. But, yeah. I heard this movie is affectionately called I Wish I Could Have Called This Silent Hill by good old Az from Heel vs. Babyface. Yeah, no, this is sad. This thing was cooking for 10 years. Iron Lung, let's say that Markiplier decided to write the script basically right as the game came out, right? For Iron Lung. Let's look up when Iron Lung came out. Iron Lung video game from 2022. That would mean, let's say he had a year of filming. Let's say a year and a half in total for the filming and then for it to come out. A year and a half. He had to have been writing that script for about a year and some change. A year, we'll say. Then getting the money and the resources and the people and everything like that. Another year. Wow. Again, to compare the two like that, that's sad. Now, Chris Stuckman calls himself a film connoisseur. That dude, like, reviews. Well, he reviews only good movies. His words. Only good movies. Positively. So, basically, anything he doesn't review, you can count as bad. But he reviews movies for a living. Markiplier just plays games. And he got this result compared to this result. Quite astounding. That's stark. You hate to see that. Like, he was lowballed and he still went lower. His preview was only oh no. But anyway, good luck, have fun, don't die. It's coming out soon. That's it. That's all I know about this movie. Seems like fun. Good luck, have fun, don't die. Budget? Have we... No, we don't have a budget for this movie yet. But, I mean, pretty indie. Or, low, and by indie, I mean just like the creativity. Indie usually provides more creativity than big Hollywood budgets or big budgets in general. And it has Sam Rockwell. And, I mean, Sam Rockwell, he's only 57. The guy's been around a good while, but, we love him. Love the fella. I hope it's good. Wish only for the best. All right. Let us move on to... Oh, no. There's people who really are stupid. Actually, I should definitely find this also, but there are so many people who are stupid. Yeah. Let's see. 2020 politics. There we go. Beautiful. Ugh, there's some sad people out there. Anyway, let's have that here. So we have no one is illegal on stolen land. Now, I don't watch the Grammys. I don't watch the Oscars, which I should also have the Oscars thing. Oh, God, Google knows me so well. Okay. I'll have that for later. All right, so no one is legal on stolen land. So I don't watch Oscars or Grammys or anything, but there's a lot of very dumb, stupid, dumb, dumb, stupid, 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 dumb, dumb, stupid. Uh, People with, let's say, a lot of idiots following them. Just because they're hot, just because they make music, just because they're actors, who think that they know the world and how it runs. And so, we have this idiot, Billie Eilish. Who says no one is illegal on stolen land and to F ICE. Now, let's go through this. No one is illegal on stolen land. Well, it's a good thing we didn't steal it. It's a good thing that in history, no one has ever really stolen land. Whether right or wrong, land has been conquered. That's a completely different thing. That's how these bodies of land have been arranged throughout history constantly. People fight each other for the land. One side wins, the other loses, and these borders of land shift around. And even before any European, any pilgrim came to America, yes, there were indigenous peoples here. Yeah, you're right. But the thing about that is these indigenous people, these Native Americans, these Indians, they weren't nice with each other. No. In fact, they hated each other. A lot of times they fought. A lot of times they killed. I mean, I just don't understand. They're acting like the white man is the only aggressive, power-hungry conqueror that's ever existed in the world. Every location has had these people who have fought within each other. Civil wars have come out in different places, revolutions at different places because of the people within. This is just stupid. That's that aspect, right? But then the other aspect of, let's say, the country borders themselves, right? I need to pee, actually. I'll be right back.
Yes, my mother twitted my fucking tampon.
I gotta pee.
because
Yes, my mother twitted my fucking temples.
All right. um. So yes, our next topic is borders. Um. You know, um. Let's see. How do I explain this without just overly insulting these people? I mean, they've already done it themselves. But anyway, the point of borders is not just to define the land in which we exist, but it's also to keep out people that, are just gonna run amok. Um, you know, walls in ancient times were made to protect people, and they would have gates for where people can come in and out, and they can be filtered from there. So anybody that comes in illegally, no matter what they're looking for, right, asylum or just economic, opportunities, they're still coming in illegally. They might not want to, do any crime here, but the it's still just like, yeah, you cut the line from people who are trying to do things correctly. They're trying to come through with due process and eventually become a citizen in this great country that provides a lot of, great opportunities. But the funny thing is, people they say that these people are not illegal, but then they don't do like their research in a sense of like, I don't know how to explain it. Basically, if I were to go into a country, I would want to respect the opportunity that it gives me. I would do my best to respect the language, respect um the culture, assimilate to it, because I'm not a degenerate. I'll learn the language. I'll do my papers, pay my taxes, even though taxation is theft. Um, and it's just wild to me that basically what these people want is anarchy. They want the purge or something like that. Because, I mean, all this land has been stolen. So I can just live anywhere I want. I can live in any house I please. As if there's no structure in these lands. I don't understand. Um, there's also the people who are making ICE checkpoints. ICE checkpoints, man. They have checkpoints to check if anybody's ICE, and if they're not, I don't know. And it's like, oh, we check if you're able, you should, can come in here or not. And it's like, you guys just made a border, and you're doing exactly what ICE is doing, and the Border Patrol has done, and but but they're so dumb that they can't recognize it. They can't recognize that they're just very dumb, circularly dumb. That they get back to the whole point of what is being done, and they still don't know that they're wrong. Um, yeah, I hate most, if not all, artists actors, anybody who just like talks, runs their mouth. Mark Ruffalo, you know, any anybody who runs their mouth. It's like, man, you guys are so like the West is so privileged to be able to think like this. The West is so privileged to be able to think like this. We have been coddled to get to the point that we are basically almost reverse um philosophers. Philosophers in the sense of stupidity. We thought so much that we went back to being stupid. I mean, clearly, there's illiteracy all throughout the country. People talking slang, don't know how to talk, don't know how to write, can hardly form a sentence, can hardly keep a job. There's a crisis of just normal people. Everybody is, sagging pants, talking whatever nonsense. We're letting ourselves be so stupid. There's no critical thinking anymore. Nobody bothers to look at history to understand what the things that basically are repeating, looking at signs of certain things. We don't bother at all. It's just sad. Yeah. We are so privileged to be able to think like that. When I almost forgot to put this in. I'll put this in on the side. I never know how to. Oh, she's from Trinidad. That's very nice. Let's put Twitter. La dee 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 dee. We'll just scroll down a bit. My girl was going off February 1st. All right. Get him. So, the great thing about all this that's happening. The great thing about all this that's happening is that it is actually starting a call to attention. But on the very people that they want to influence. I think it's Gen Alpha now. Something like that. I forgot which generation it was. I think it is Gen Alpha. That they're starting to reject whatever's going on in society right now and turn to God. And that's an amazing thing that they're able to recognize that. They're the ones, young as they may be, impressionable as they may be, are recognizing there's something wrong here. There's something missing here. And I'm going to find it. And when you seek, you will find. The Bible says that. When you seek, you will find. And they have found it. they're rejecting what the society is talking about. This constant looking as if they're right. Um, you know, uh, trying to be on a high horse all the time, trying to seem like they're moral. I'm just as rotten as the next person. I don't seek to, you know, cry out constantly like, "Oh my gosh, look what's happening in Ukraine." Like it went from Ukraine to Palestine. I think it's like something else now. Minnesota, I guess. It's now Minnesota. Um and it's like, man, these people are like they're always looking to fight. Why are they always looking to fight? Because there's a discomfort in their hearts. There's something missing in their hearts that they're trying to seek an identity. That identity to people who don't have Christ comes in many different and very destructive ways. Being a social justice warrior, sexual identity, being gay. That's gay. It's they're always looking for something. They're trying to belong. They're looking for belonging in this world, and that belonging, they see everyone else, oh my gosh, like people are accepting me because I'm gay or trans or like I feel like I belong when I fight for this thing. It's all just temporary because they're always chasing the next thing. They're always chasing after the next big thing that they can fight for or whatever, when in reality that is never going to fulfill them. It's never going to fulfill them. The only thing that will is God, is Christ. And that it's just so sad that these people, like, there's so many people like this. Well, I say so many people. It's it's weird because it's a lot of people, but it also is a minority of people because there's a lot of just normal people in the world. But anyway, but these people will cry wolf for things that they deem morally just, morally, like an outcry and justice or whatever. But they won't talk about the genocide that's happening to Christians in Nigeria, which Nicki Minaj has. They won't talk about the there's also like a whole bunch of protests happening in Iran, where people are dying. They won't talk about that. They won't talk about even just like the people that talk against the Russian government that keep getting taken, people who fall out of buildings or whatever for going against Vladimir Putin. That there's no outcry for that. Remember the Uyghurs? I do. Uyghurs going into concentration camps in China. A lot of protests and stuff in China, at least that were happening there. We had those too, and it's all been forgotten. All but forgotten. Great stuff. Real great stuff that we have. It's just whatever's trendy. Because now we care about, whatever the hell that person was that got shot in the face that definitely deserved to get shot because you're driving a huge 2-ton, potentially plus, I think it was a really big car into someone that could potentially kill them, break their bones. Yeah, you're going to get shot. They have every right to shoot you for potentially running somebody over. Them's the breaks. Oh my gosh, it's such an injustice that she was shot. All she was doing was trying to ram a guy with her massive ass car. Good luck. Good luck with that. Good luck with trying to defend that. Good luck with trying to defend abortions. Which now, with more Epstein files being released, and even not a lot of people are even looking into it. Different court hearings where experiments are being done with mutilated baby fetus tissue disgusting. Epstein files have shown rituals, satanic rituals, being done with mutilated babies. There's evil. There is evil out there. You cannot hide behind moral ambiguity. There is no such thing as moral ambiguity. There is pure evil out there. And there are people trying to keep the good. Law enforcement is not bad. There's abuse of power. There always will be. But overall, authority is good. Submitting to authority is good. They hold the power for a reason. But, of course, there are times where people don't know how to handle that power. And then they meet people who don't handle authority well. And then we have disaster. It's just sad. I look around and I just see people that are lost. Extremely lost. They don't understand that everything that's going on is merely the first steps of the end, but also like the need of God, the need of having a relationship with Christ Jesus. Yeah, but anyway, I mean, out of everyone who likes to talk out of their butt, we have someone like Sydney Sweeney, who just wants to act. She wants to dance. And people don't like that. She says herself, I'm not a political person. I'm in the arts. I'm not here to speak on politics. That's not an area I've ever even imagined getting into. It's not why I became who I am, which is a pretty reasonable response. Now, if you want to read between the lines of what she's saying, yeah, I don't know politics. I don't know the inner workings of politics, so I'm not going to talk about it. There are things that happen, but I'm not going to talk about it because it's not my wheelhouse. I want to enjoy telling stories. Just let the girl be. Man, there are other people who don't talk about politics who don't get as much hate as she does. I can scarcely remember a time Keanu Reeves talked about politics. I have no idea if he has, but I don't see it. I don't see it. So, but the only reason why she's getting targeted, the only reason is because she's a beautiful white girl. That I think that's pretty much it. It's very unfortunate. Sorry, I'm actually just like looking through just in case I missed anything. I don't seem to be missing any news, which is cool. I guess. My cat is snoring up a storm, by the way. Oh, yeah, I do want to check out this trailer. Hello? Nope. All right, there we go. So, yeah, people don't like that. People don't like that she's not trying to be political. I love. This is the first thing that showed up when I put Sydney Sweetie politics. One of the first things that showed up. I love the first comment. I love this comment, but I love the fact that this person right down here says being non-political is a right-wing position. God, like, imagine being so politically brain rotted, so terminally online that you see someone wanting to act, just act. Someone who wants to enjoy storytelling, enjoy doing her job as a very bad thing, like a bad thing. An actor just wanting to act, and it's a terrible thing. We have fallen so far. Oh my gosh, if you have media attention, remind people that life is loving. She's not, like, just because you have a platform doesn't mean you have to be instantly like instantly involved. Oh, God. And privilege. Usually, like, God, like, these people are so sad. Art is inherently political. Like, they're just so, this era of over politicization over politicization is ruining everything, ruining entertainment as we speak. It's causing it's causing damage in people's brains, in our society. It's just sad that someone who just wants to be a girl, be a country girl, just let her be, man. Let these people be. And that's why so many people are starting to call out on it. More and more people are starting to see these guys are insane. Democrats, I'm not political, but I'm just seeing Democrats being literally insane people. I don't know what happened. Something got into the water. And it made people lose their minds. Lose their minds. Yeah, see, look at this. Look at this person. Their thing is Iron Reading and all that, free Palestine. Like, oh, man. We are such a lost people right now. When all we want to do is enjoy a good story. Which, funny enough, a good story. Right here. A Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. What a story. Let's just move on from that garbage. I have finally caught up. In fact, right before this, I streamed. I finished watching the third episode. Quite a set of episodes. This third episode, very nice. Excuse me, I sound ugly. Now, the interesting thing about this that I found was the fact that this isn't complete. It's only, I think, about 3 stories. Um, oh, George, you write so well, and yet you suck. I can't write my book because fascism is on the rise. Please, I wouldn't say jump off a cliff because you you, you still need to write these books, all of them, because he needs to write the next what is it, Game of Thrones book. But he has like he started making this side story and then like another side story. This guy is like, he can't finish. But I'm loving this story. From what I know of Game of Thrones, I have not watched anything Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon. Everyone is morally ambiguous. Ooh, look at that. I hate postmodern writing. He might write well, George R. R. Martin. He might write well. But man, I hate postmodern themes of, oh, there's no such thing as good in the world, and everybody sucks, and everybody dies, and I'm tired. Tired of this gobbledygook. I don't want it. I want stories of heroism. Good triumphing over evil. Hope. Joy. We need these kinds of stories back. And A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is just the story we need, which surprisingly George R. R. Martin also wrote. So I don't know how he did it. Maybe it's because they're novellas and so he keeps it short, and I don't know. But the joy I feel watching this show, quite a lot. Quite a lot of joy. Actually, funny enough, I shouldn't have even moved on from this when I still need to talk about Nicki Minaj. We could talk about that at the end. And then we could also watch this trailer at the end. We can do that later. Anyway, I loving this. I love the fact that the music is not as grandiose. It's more subtle, more, like lighthearted, folksy. I like how the first 2 episodes start with something that maybe not a lot of people would like. First episode starting with Dunk just pooping by a tree, and it's the swell up of the music to him pooping. Hilarious. And it's like, this is not going to be some, it's just like immediate. It's not going to be something too serious. It'll take itself seriously, but it's not going to be political drama, kingdoms fighting each other. No, it's small scale, and we need something like that. Everything wants to be the next big thing. Oh my gosh, there's something big and complex going on. Last Samurai Standing, I love it. It's also just like a big thing. Complexities of intrigue, what's going on in the background and stuff like that. It's like, all right. But I miss these kinds of stories. Nice. I wouldn't say self-contained, because he's involved in a lot of things. Funny enough, I don't know them yet. But I've heard that to an avid reader of the graphic novel or listener of the audiobook of the Dunk and Egg Tales, there's a lot of, like hidden things and dialogue and stuff that will eventually come up later, which is cool. But yeah, no, this is character focus, small scale. It's just this guy wanting to be a knight, wanting to joust, wanting to be a chivalrous person. And we see that in the third episode. But anyway, we have, first episode, Dunk was pooping. Second episode was a flashback of Arlen of Pennytree having his dong flapping in the wind, taking a piss right outside his abode. But yeah, the story after that is still around it, and after that is just, it's so funny and hopeful. Dunk being this very naive dude who just can't think straight half the time, barely has anything, any idea of what to do or say sometimes. But then he has those right moments where he can talk, get his ideas across. And then there's other times where he's just probably shouldn't be talking. I like the guy who runs the games, giving him a shot, and really I like the fact that when people see him, the guy who runs the games, what's this guy's name? Yes, Lionel, guy from Gentleman. The armorer, the smithy, I would say. They see him and they're like, whatever, get out of my face. But then he keeps talking, and they see his earnestness, and they soften up. That's a key thing I see. They see him as someone who does not have anything to hide, in a sense, as in no one with ulterior motives. And then they get softened because they see, wait, this guy's he seems like a neat guy. Seems like a true lad, stand-up guy, and you know what? Yeah, we'll be kind to him. We'll listen, and it's also the way he gets into the games with one of the Targaryens, I believe. Man, there's so many names that I don't know Game of Thrones. I can't remember all these names. There's a lot to handle, but the fact that the brother of the guy who was missing his sons, was kind enough to be like, yeah, you know what? I remember him. He jousted me, and he actually knocked me off. Oh, how could you remember something from 16 years ago? How could you remember? No, I tend to remember my foes. I keep, to honor them or whatever. That was cool. There's hints of goodness in these people, but in this very messed up world, very morally gray world, and that's just nice. Because they get softened by Duncan. It's nice to see. Yeah. I like when he was going to Tanzel, and how she was saying, when I was younger, kids would call me Tanzel Too Tall. And he's like, oh, well, you're not too tall for... The guy literally almost can't hold his tongue for this lady. It's sweet. It's nice. His interaction with Egg, though at first it might be sometimes rough, Do as you're told, or you're gonna get clout in your ears. um, it might be like that at first, but then it becomes he also just softens up as well to Egg. Like he sees this kid as he's just a lad. I'll have your belly full and stuff. It's just sweet, and I also love. I don't know why, the detail of people doing the same thing at the same time is never not funny to me and never not endearing. Dunk and Egg drinking at the same time, eating at the same time. I don't know why I love that detail so much. Like they're already bonding and getting along so well. Um, it's just nice, It's neat. Uh, yeah, and I find it so interesting that I've heard talk of people saying this show is too slow. There's not enough going on, and it's like, does there need to be something going on all the time? Does it need to progress so quickly when even in bottle episodes for other shows, it's just you're there for the ride with the characters. You're there with the characters because you like the characters. I love these characters. Dunk and Egg are characters that I want to see just do anything together. Seeing their interactions, this kid that knows a lot, this naive tall dude who has a heart of gold, just wanting to do right, be chivalrous. It's funny how in his flashbacks, getting beat up by Sir Arlen of Pennytree, seeing how he's just like a honestly pretty terrible dude, how he managed to teach him some chivalry. So that means there definitely was something in there, and Dunk wanted to keep that. Dunk wanted to exemplify that, which is really nice. Yeah, and so we see that the third episode, the one who runs the games wants to rig the games in his favor, in Dunk's favor, and that rubs Dunk the wrong way. Very, very much so. I would be rubbed the wrong way. Hold on a second. You're trying to make me win falsely? It's a wee bit messed up. A wee bit messed up. Because yeah, guy wants to win and earn it. But then the guy says, "Have you not earned it?" Like, ooh, trying to whisper sweet nothings in his ear to convince him otherwise, to convince him to, just do it. You'd get a large sum. You get to take the armor, the horse, his sword. That's pretty good. And I feel like even if or even when he wins, I know he's going to win. Absolutely going to win. Even when he wins, I feel like he's not going to take any of this stuff. He's not going to take anything. No, you can keep it. I want to earn my keep without having to take it from someone else, probably. Which, yeah, I like a lot. I love this show so much. It's just so nice. And then, um, yeah, no, I mean, really, like, it's funny how everyone's softening up to him, wants to help him out. Oh, yeah, the cousin of the guy that got beat up. Or the guy that got beat up by his cousin. There we go. That's the proper way of saying it. I like how he became friends with him. Like that. It's so nice to see these friendships come about just because Dunk is there and Dunk is a neat guy. It's nice. I like that. You know, like these people again, there are nice people out there. The guy from The Gentleman, just finding him funny. You're either here to give me a gift or you're here for my head. So which is it? I'm here for the supper. Oh, actually, that makes sense. It's just, oh man, that's so like guys just being himself, and they see it and they're like, no, I don't have to be mean to you. I love that. Becomes friends with him, friends with the guy's cousin. Let me look at. Man, there's so many names to remember. Well, no, but there's also there's the Draco Malfoy-esque man. Oh shoot. All right, he was talking with Makar. Oh man, don't make me remember who the heck was the guy. Oh, yeah, Fossil. Oh, geez, can you give me the name? Fossaway. There we go, Raymond Fossaway, Mr. Fossaway. Just being a kind guy to him, is nice. Really nice, honestly. Um, yeah. Uh, anyway, and yeah, you know things are happening. Oh yeah, freaking the Draco Malfoy guy, that Targaryen man, Aryan, killing a horse, just outright, and you know, Egg has to realize, oh snap, I might have to do that. Just like actually before this even happened, Egg was training in the beginning to give Dunk his lance, taking Thunder out. It was just so nice. I wonder how that interaction ended up with the guy in the beginning. Most likely, he told him he was our Targaryen to leave him alone. Maybe. Hence why he was so willing to stop everybody from killing Dunk at the end. But anyway. Um, Egg. Egg has a lot to go for him. You know, small kid, but also wants to be a knight, and Dunk sees that, and he's just so nice to him. Nicer than, you know, I can imagine the Targaryens. Like Egg sees something in him that's why he wants to be around him. Not merely just to get away from the horrible living that he's been through, but because he also wants to be a knight. He also wants to be adventurous and chivalrous, and it's nice to see that Dunk is willing to take him along and be nice to him, be kind to him, beat him when he deserves it. But yeah, I'm loving this show so much. But he's about to get his armor and his shield, and Dunk is with Fossaway, cousin Fossaway, just call him that. Like at first it was a little awkward because Fossaway was getting very upset at the specifically that, like, he was talking about the joust, but then it eventually became the Targaryens being pretty much cruel people. Yeah, it was getting pretty bad, getting quite bad, and Egg was at the puppet Puppet show. There we go. The puppet show. And there goes Draco Malfoy Targaryen showing up and being like, the dragon should never lose. I'm going to have to take your fingers and crack them. It's just like, oh, snap. That was pretty crazy. He just started doing that, and the guards were helping him. The fact that the guards were helping him, that's or probably his own guard, right? His specific guardsman, helping him fight the people back, and then he was just breaking this lady's fingers, which really sucks. Who knows if she'll have his shield ready. That would suck. But anyway, comes in there, knocks out the dude. And then the guards grab him, which takes quite a few of them. And he's like, you loosened one of my teeth, so I'm going to take out all of yours, which that's a pretty fair exchange, I would say. And then good old Egg comes in, and he's just like, you will do no such thing. Calls the guards by name. Oh yeah, so that would mean that they're the Targaryen guards. Calls the guards by name. Draco Malfoy Targaryen turns around, looks at him, and just like, what have you done to your hair? And he's like, well, brother, I didn't want to look like you. Oh, kid's a Targaryen, which makes sense why he would know all these things. Makes sense why he would know a lot about people and things, and yeah, and especially wants to get away from that sort of evil. Wow. I just love this show a lot. I want more people to love this show too. It deserves all the love. It's a great show. I'm excited to see. I think it's only going to be 6 episodes in total, something like that. Very interested to see where it will conclude, but I'm sure it will be something, obviously, like the tone of hopefulness all throughout is so nice. Like, even though there is bad stuff going on, he's in a bad world, there is hope, happiness, and joy in his interactions and stuff. Though there have been hardships for him, especially when he had to sell his horse. Oh man, oh dude. Maybe it's because I've softened up in these years, but when I saw him selling his horse and he was talking to her, oh, I nearly cried. I was tearing up. Like, man, that sucks. Yeah, it's a great show. And I will be sure to talk about the next episode. I think on Sunday. They're going around the Super Bowl. When is the Super Bowl? I don't really care about it, but Super Bowl. Wait, it is on Sunday. Why didn't they? Are they gonna do it on Friday? I don't know. Whenever that episode comes out, gonna watch it, and yeah. Oh, get this out of my face. I don't care about sports ball. I don't care about halftime shows. I don't care about a lot of people and things nowadays. Just care about the things I like, which I like this. I want to get the graphic novels. I don't have money, but I want to get the graphic novels. Fun stuff. Let's end it off. I guess we don't have to talk about Nicki Minaj being a wonderful lady exposing the industry of pedophilia and Yeah. Going crazy. Posting posting her face or posting her reactions with Chucky. I love it. Nicki Minaj, I you know what? Yeah, I'll just talk about it. I did not expect out of all of this, because I saw this in a reel, of course, as most people do, and then never decide to investigate things on their own. Um, see things in a reel and then never decide to investigate it any further. And but I did. Um, and boy howdy, she she was just going crazy. And I love like, and it's funny because like she's in the industry, right? And she knows all this stuff, and she's been involved in a lot of things. But you know, to see something like this, I'd be like, wow, it's nice that somebody is taking the initiative, to call this out, which is nice. I just that by itself, I'm like, okay, cool. I go ahead. Oh goodness, call out this craziness. Go off, Queen. But what I didn't expect, but I should have expected this also because of her previous um talk to government officials before. She ends off with this lovely ending. I should have done this before. Um wow. I'll just read it out. As they do their ritual tonight, which she knows they do constantly, God Almighty will reveal himself to them. The ritual will backfire on them. God will not be mocked. Blessed is the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Every tongue that rises up against me in judgment shall be condemned and put to shame. Watch. Wow. What a... How beautiful is that? It's just so beautiful. I did not expect that. But it's happening. God is calling these people to them, but also to condemn them. Not it even actually apparently in the Epstein files, there was a girl who talked to Epstein about Jesus, though he mocked him. God was with her in that trial and that terribleness. God is never far from people in their suffering. There's a lot of people that think that, but Jesus is never far from people in their times of need, in the worst moments of their life. Actually, I haven't watched this Jelly Roll acceptance speech. We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep going. Um, but like, still, anyway, to see this, I mean, I already knew Beyonce, Jay-Z, demonic, music industry, demonic. I knew that they're demonic, but to like what she said, ooh, craziness. But as evil abounds, grace overabounds. There is something happening. Artists that I would never think, or I would never dream of being Christian, are seeing the light. They are turning to Christ and calling out the evil that's in this world. and there is evil. We have to call out the bad for being bad. They try to hide it. They try to, try to spin it, try to do their best, but there are people with common sense. Even the common sense, there's common sense out there. Even before, the opening of the eyes to Christ. This is amazing. I did not expect this, but this is amazing. And I want to see his acceptance speech, which apparently is really good. So let's see. Oop, it does not keep it up. All right. I don't know this acceptance speech. We're gonna go through it.
I know they're gonna try to kick me off here, so just let me try to get this out. First of all, Jesus, I hear you and I'm listening, Lord. I am listening, Lord. Second of all, I want to thank my beautiful wife. I would have never changed my life without you. I'd have ended up dead or in jail. I'd have killed myself if it wasn't for you and Jesus. I thank you for that. I thank you for my label, Broken Bow, Country Radio, baby. What's up, dog? Oh, Republic, John Manili, we did it, baby. There was a time in my life, y'all, that I was broken. That's why I wrote this album. I didn't think I had a chance, y'all. There was days that I thought the darkest things. I was a horrible human. There was a moment in my life that all I had was a Bible this big and a radio the same size and a 6x8-foot cell. And I believed that those two things could change my life. I believed that music had the power to change my life and God had the power to change my life. And I want to tell y'all right now, Jesus is for everybody. Jesus is not owned by one political party. Jesus is not owned by no music label. Jesus is Jesus, and anybody can have a relationship with him. I love you, Lord.
Wow, that was good. Okay, yeah, I didn't see that, but I like it. Mom, why are you trying to talk to me about stuff? Aye. My mom is so cute. Um. Anyway, wow. Yeah. No, that was a really good speech, and yeah. Uh. Whoop. I didn't know that it did that. Yeah. No, the demons are trembling. The demons are trembling. They're getting called out. Getting called out. In fact, he probably just those words alone probably confronted a lot of people in there. Oh yeah. Those words alone probably shook a lot of people in there. Made them clutch their pearls and or, felt a move in their hearts. That was good. No, that was, honestly short and sweet, but whew, to the point. The point is well needed. Yeah, there's stuff happening. Things are happening, people. Things are happening. Oh goodness, Jesus, there's so much to talk about. All right, let's move this stuff over. Let's move this over now. Hello. 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 So, I thought we were done. Honestly, we had to get the palate cleanser out of the way, in the middle. Good old palate cleanser. To then remind ourselves, oh, Oh, things still suck. Let's go. Sinners has 16 Oscar nominations. Now, I don't know anything about this movie, nor did I care to watch this movie. All I heard was that it's the black version of From Dusk Till Dawn. And jazz, and dealing with racism. Because, of course, why is it that almost every black film has to deal with racism nowadays? Isn't there more to black people than racism? Isn't that like a thing? But anyway, it has 16 nominations. Movies with the most Oscar nominations. Let's look that up. 11 months ago. Hey, good old. All right. 13 or more Oscar nominations. Wins. Oh, I'm assuming it's talking about wins. Okay, these are the ones with the most. But let's just talk about this. What a strange thing. Like, I've never watched it, but I highly doubt that this movie that I heard not a lot of talk about. Sure, people said it was good. I remember hearing talk of that it was good. But this doesn't seem this this does not look like 16 Oscar nominations. Huh, they don't even include oh, right, that one had 13. Sure. But this does not look like 16 Oscar nominations. This does look like 11 Oscar nominations. Wow, domestic, we man, if I was conscious back then, I would have absolutely gone. Helped out maybe like with tickets back then, say 12 or 13 bucks. This looks like 13 Oscar nominations. This looks like 11 Oscar nominations. This does not look like 16 Oscar nominations. How is this 16 Oscar nominations and these only 11 and 13? Now, it could very well be that, you know, this is an Oscar bait movie, but this did not look like an Oscar bait movie. Because it's about killing vampires. How did this amount to 16 Oscar nominations when did this get any Oscar? Did Blade get any Oscar nominations? No Oscar nominations. So you're telling me that this movie about a black man killing vampires, which in reality, was a pretty damn good movie. I liked it a lot. Love that movie. But this movie about black people killing vampires, you know what? I'm going to have to look it up. What is it, 1998? The numbers. I could understand. I could honestly understand that. Steffendorf. But again, you're telling me 16 Oscar nominations, 11, 13. Yeah. Something's not right. Something is very not right with people. But, well, I mean, who am I to? I'm not an Oscar person. But this just seems wrong. Wrong. Incorrect. You're not worthy of 16 Oscar nominations compared to Lord of the Rings. Sorry, Bucko. Good try though. And I mean 13 or more. The fact that Emilia Perez even got anything is just insane. Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Shape of Water. The fact that they only won 3 out of the 13, kind of insane to me. But anyway, Who's Afraid of Mary Poppins, Forrest Gump. Yeah. One battle after another too. Yeah. Oscars, Grammys, it's all just they're patting each other's back, tooting their own horns. It's not about celebrating good films anymore. It's just about celebrating each other. You know, going under the table, giving them a sloppy. Give me them a sloppy one. All right, you're welcome. Get on out of here. Go. Keep it up, champ. Slaps you in the butt. It's just sad. It's just sad that films have become, they're not even for telling good movies anymore, but it's all about a message. I hate people. We're going to watch this after I come back. So I need to pee again. And yeah.
Because
Yes, my mother twitted my fucking temples.
Kind of looks the same, but oh, mom. All right. I've returned, which means one last time.
Because
Yes, my mother twitted my fucking temples.
All right. Let us watch this. Now, I like Alan Rickman. I need to watch Reacher. Heard 1 and 3. Season 1 and 3 are pretty good. Season 2 kind of falls off a bit, but we let that go for a bit. We let that go. Let's figure out what this is about. I don't know anything about this. All I saw is that it existed.
Son, you're one of the most promising candidates we've ever seen.
But why are you here? I just want to get across that finish line, Sergeant Major.
Hey.
Rangers are the spearhead of the United States Army. Do you understand me?
Hey, slow down, Superman. Making the rest of us look bad.
You can expect your emotional, physical, and mental strength to be pushed to the limit.
Keep your eyes open. This company's going haywire.
What the hell is that?
Boys, I beggeth of you, step the hell back.
Retreat!
Oh.
Whatever that thing is, it's hunting us. And it won't stop. No comms, no flares, no firearms. We need to move.
It was built for war.
It's not about us anymore. It's warning everybody that thing's coming.
Rangers, lead the way!
You gotta be shitting me.
Whoa. Hey, all right. I'm a little down for that. I'm a little down for that. You know what? Just give me, like, that reminds me. Yeah, that's just like an early 2000s kind of film idea for a film where it's just some people doing something and then an event happens there and they're stuck there and they have to survive and or just get out of it. I like that. Give it to me. March 6th. Okay. I am interested. And I will get back to you with what I think about it when it happens. I definitely am interested. Merely a month away. Basically any level 5 Helldiver versus automatons. True. Yeah, no, that line was kind of cheesy, but so was he. Like, eh. But you know what? I'm down for that. Definitely interested. Alan Richardson, he's neat guy. Neat guy. Do I have time to do homework at all? Probably not today. Actually, I have time to do homework tonight. What? I decided to temporarily remove the Shallon vid and add Rave and Attack as a collective Forgotten Maps and IW vid. Don't worry, I'll be back. Aww. Aww. I think I watched almost most of it, but that sucks. Anyway. Yeah. Gents, any and all of us, all of you who have visited me, who have seen me, thank you so much. Did you sneeze, Spike? Bless you. Yeah. Thank you all for joining me. There has been much discussion, and there will continue to be more discussion. Probably Sunday, or maybe Monday, I'll come back. Monday or Tuesday, something like that. It might be a few days before I come back with anything new to discuss. But, yeah. Thank you very much, and I bid thee all a farewell. God bless you all.